Sir Michael Fabricant.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and I'd like to thank my honourable friend, my near neighbour for Stafford, for introducing this debate. We've heard a catalogue of problems from various colleagues here on both sides of the House, and the sad thing is they're not unique. They are repeated up and down the country. Now, you know, when I was a whip, I instituted a system. I'm looking at the whip to see whether or not this system still operates, where we would look at our members of Parliament to see how much staff or how many staff they got through over a short period, because there'd clearly be a problem if someone couldn't hold on to their staff for long. And we would think that that particular minister or indeed backbencher was seriously flawed in some way. How many chairmen and how many chief executives have HS2 gone through? And they've gone through a lot. And they've gone through a lot because they're flawed in a very serious way. They're dysfunctional. I give way to the honourable gentleman.
So they've gone through all these senior staff at HS2, and yet it's the highest paid role in the civil service.
It's extraordinary, and it just demonstrates what an organisation this is. And it's an organisation which is not only dysfunctional, it's unfair. In an earlier intervention, I talked about my constituent, Sean Froggatt, who is not being allowed to reclaim land that was compulsorily taken off him, even though now the land isn't needed because the railway's not going ahead on Phase 2A. I might add that the land was taken off him and he's still waiting to be paid. He's waiting to be paid and he's still not going to be able to reclaim this land. Now, I took the opportunity of looking at my cell phone during the debate, not because I was looking at tractors or anything like that, but because I was doing some research about the Critchell Down rules. And it says on the government's own website, the Critchell Down rules require government departments to offer back surplus land to the former owner or the former owner's successors at the current market value. It's got to be offered back to the same people. Not only is it not being offered back at a reasonable price, it's often not being offered back to the same people. Now, look, I came in at the very last moment to speak in this debate, so I'm not going to take up a great deal of time. I will listen with interest, by the way, to the answer from the Minister, which I suspect might be the same as the answer he gave yesterday in a different debate regarding the Handsacre junction, which happens to be in my constituency. But I would ask that in these dying days, and I think they are dying days in one way or another, of HS2, that the government gets a grip on them and makes sure, just like in the previous debate, that justice is done for our constituents and that the sense of justice that we have in this nation extends not only to HMRC, as in the previous debate, but in this debate to HS2 Limited.